Hello students. Today's question is, how do I find well-being? Well, a young adult who is a little bit confused in his life or hustling between his job and his health is asking this. So, listen to the question, how do I find well-being? See, the first thing is the body. The body is your base. It is your ground. It is where you are grounded. To make you antagonistic towards the body is to destroy you, is to make you schizophrenic, is to make you miserable, is to create hell inside you. Basically, you are the body. Of course, you are more than just the body, but that more we will follow later on. We will discuss on that word more later. First, let's see you are the body. Let's assume you are the body. The body is your basic truth. So never be against the body. Whenever you are against the body, you are going against God or some great force. So whenever you are disrespectful to your body, you are losing contact with the reality because your body is your contact. Your body is your bridge. Your body is your temple. Tantra teaches reverence for the body, love and respect towards the body, gratitude for the body. The body is marvelous. It is the greatest of mysteries, but you have been taught to be against the body. So sometimes you are over mystified by the tree, by the green tree, sometimes mystified by the moon and the sun, sometimes mystified by a flower, but never mystified by your own body. And your body is the most complex phenomenon in the existence. It is the most sophisticated gadget you can ever have in your life. No flower, no tree has such a beautiful body as you have. No moon, no sun, no star has such an evolved mechanism as you have. But you have been taught to appreciate the flower, which is a simple thing. You have been taught to appreciate a tree, which is a simple thing. You have even been taught to appreciate stones, rocks, mountains, rivers, but you have never been taught to respect your own body, never to be mystified by it. Yes, it is very close. So it is very easy to forget about it. It is very obvious. So it is easy to neglect it. But this is the most beautiful phenomenon. If you look at a flower, people will say, how aesthetic. If you look at a woman's beautiful face or a man's beautiful face, people will say this is lust. If you go to the tree and stand there and look in a daze straight at the flower, your eyes wide open, your senses wide open to allow the beauty of the flower to enter you, people will think you are a poet or a painter or a mystic. But if you go to a woman or a man and just stand there with great reverence and respect and look at the woman with your eyes wide open and your senses drinking the beauty of that woman, the police will catch hold of you. Nobody will say that you are a mystic, a poet. Nobody will appreciate what you are doing. Something has gone wrong. So, if you see that Tantra teaches you to reclaim respect for the body, love for the body. Tantra teaches you to look at the body as the greatest creation of God. Tantra is the religion of the body. Of course, it goes higher, but it never leaves the body. It is grounded there. It is the only religion which is really grounded in the earth. It has roots. Other religions are uprooted trees, dead, dull, dying. The juice does not flow in them. Tantra is really juicy, very alive. Tantra, trust in your body. Tantra, trust in your senses. Tantra, trust in your energy. Tantra, trust in you, in totality, not in perfection. Tantra does not deny anything but transforms everything. How to attain to this? How to attain to this Tantra vision? See, this is the map to turn you on and to turn you in and to turn you beyond. The first thing is to learn respect for the body, to unlearn all the nonsense that has been taught to you about the body since day one. Otherwise, you will never turn on and you will never turn in and you will never turn beyond. Start from the beginning. The body is your beginning. The body has to be purified of many repressions. A great catharsis is needed for the body. The body has become poison because you have been against it. You have repressed it in many ways. Your body is existing at the minimum. That's why you are miserable. Tantra says bliss is possible only when you exist at the optimum, never before it. Bliss is possible only when you live intensely. How can you live intensely if you are against the body? You are always lukewarm. The fire has cooled down. Down the centuries, the fire has been destroyed. The fire has to be rekindled. Tantra says first purify the body, purify it all of repressions, allow the body energy to flow, remove the blocks. It is very difficult to come across a person who has no blocks. It is very difficult to come across a person whose body is not tight. Loosen this tightness. This tension is blocking your energy. The flow cannot be possible with this tension. Why is everybody so uptight? Why can't you just relax? Have you seen a cat sleeping, dozing in the afternoon? How simply and how beautifully the cat relaxes. Can't you relax the same way? You toss and turn in your bed, you can't relax. And the beauty of the cat's relaxation is that it relaxes utterly and yet is perfectly alert. A slight movement in the room and it will open its eyes. It will jump and be ready. It is not that it is just asleep. The cat's sleep is something to be learned. Man has forgotten. So Tantra says learn from the cats how they sleep, how they relax, how they live in a non-tense way, and the whole animal world lives in that non-tense way. Man has to learn this because man has been conditioned wrongly. Man has been programmed wrongly. From the very childhood, you have been programmed to be tight. You don't breathe out of fear. Out of fear of sexually, people don't breathe at all. Because when you breathe deeply, your breath goes exactly to the sex center and hits it. Massage it from the inside, excites it. Because you have been taught that sex is dangerous, each child starts breathing in a shallow way, hung up just in the chest. He never goes beyond that. Because if he goes beyond it, suddenly there is excitement. Sexuality is aroused and fear arises. The moment you breathe deeply, sex energy is released. Sex energy has to be released. It has to flow all over your being. Then your body will become orgasmic. But afraid to breathe, so afraid that almost half the lungs are full of carbon dioxide. There are 6,000 holes in the lungs, and ordinarily 3,000 holes are never clean. They always remain full of carbon dioxide. That's why you are dull. That's why you don't look alert. That's why awareness is difficult. It is not accidental that yoga and tantra both teach deep breathing pranayam to unload your lungs from the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is not for you. It has to be thrown out continuously. It is not good for the body at all. You have to breathe in new, fresh air. You have to breathe more oxygen. Oxygen will create your inner fire. Oxygen will make you a flame. But oxygen will also inflame your sexuality. So only Tantra can allow you real deep breathing. Even yoga cannot allow you real deep breathing. Only Tantra allows you to do that. Okay? So only Tantra allows you total being and total flow. Tantra gives you unconditional freedom, whatsoever you are and whatsoever you can be. Tantra puts no boundaries on you. It does not define you. It simply gives you total freedom. The understanding is that when you are totally free, then much is possible. This has been my observation that people who are sexually repressed becomes unintelligent. Only very sexually alive people are intelligent people. Now the idea that sex is sin must have damaged intelligence, must have damaged it very badly. When you are really flowing, when you are really flowing, and your sexuality has no fight and conflict with you, when you cooperate with it, your mind will function at its optimum. You will be intelligent, alert, and alive. Tantra says if you can go on finding new ways every day, your life will remain a thrill, an adventure. You will never be bored, and a bored person is an irreligious person. You will always be curious to know. You will always be on the verge of seeking the unknown and the unfamiliar. Your eyes will remain clear and your senses will remain clear because when you are always on the verge of seeking, exploring, finding, searching, you cannot become dull. You cannot become stupid. Psychologists say that by the age of 7, stupidity starts. It starts near about the age of 4, but by the 7th year, it is very apparent. Children start becoming stupid by the age of 7. In fact, the child learns 50% of all the learnings of his whole life by the time he's 7. If he will live until 70, then in the remaining 63 years, he will learn only 50%. 50% he has already learned. What happens? He becomes dull. He stops learning. If you think in terms of intelligence, by the age of 7, a child starts becoming old. Physically, he will become old later on. From the age of 35, he will start declining, but mentally, he is already on the decline. So that's all for today.